Good everyone. Today we'll be looking at the answers to the past questions in mathematics Waec. We're looking at the year of 2015. I'll be solving some questions in the objective and the theory. Question number 2. Find the seventh term in the sequence 2, 5, 10, 17, 26 next to them. So the first you have to know find the common difference or how the next number is being gotten. And clearly, if you compare the first and the second, which is 5 minus 2, the difference is 3. Or comparing the third and the second, you observe that 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. And considering the fourth and the third, you have 17 minus 10, which is equal to 7. This means that the difference is increasing by 2, which clearly means that the next one will be 26 minus 17, which is equal to 9. It means the next difference is going to be 11. So my next number is going to be 26 plus 11, which is equals to 30, which is equals to 37. And the next one is going to increase by 2 also. So I'm looking at 37 plus 13 is equal to 50, which means that my seventh term becomes 50. Okay, say it again. First things first, find the difference, common difference between the both of them. Considering the second and the first, the difference is 3. Considering the third and the second, the difference is 5. And considering the fourth and the third, the difference is 7. And you observe that the difference is increasing by 2. So the difference is increasing by 2. So I have to add the common difference itself now to the individual numbers we have. And this is our fifth term. So the sixth term becomes 36, and then the seventh term becomes 50. Very simple. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Which is question number 3. And the question says, if 2n is equal to y, find 2 raised to the power of 2 plus n all over 3. Now we are told that 2 raised to the power of n is equal to y. So you can see how we can express this value in terms of y. And in doing that, first thing you have to do is to see how we can simplify this term using indices. And from indices, whenever you have the powers being added together, simply means that this number being added together is being multiplied by itself, but with a different power. So 2 raised to the power of 2 plus n over 3 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 2 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of n all over 3. And clearly, 2 raised to the power of 2 is 4. And 2 raised to the power of n over 3 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 1 all over 3 raised to the power of n. Or I can write this in as 4 times 2 raised to the power of n raised to the power of 1 all over 3. But 2 raised to the power of n is equal to y. So I can write this thing as 4 multiplied by y raised to the power of 1 all over 3, which becomes 4y raised to the power of 1 all over 3. Let's revise it again. Considering if you apply the laws of indices, I can write 2 raised to the power of 2 plus n all over 3 as 2 raised to the power of 2 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of n all over 3, because they have a common base, so the powers are added. So if you split that, you're going to have this. And 2 raised to the power of 2 is equal to 4. And 2 raised to the power of n all over 3 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 1 over 3 multiplied by n. And then you're going to have 4 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of n raised to the power of 1 over 3. But 2 raised to the power of n is given as y. So whenever I see y, whenever I see the power of n, I'll put y. So I'm going to have 4 times y raised to the power of 1 over 3, which gives me 4y raised to the power of 1 over 3. Very, very simple. So let's move on to the next question, which is question number 4. Question number 4 says, find the equation whose roots are. Find the equation whose roots are 3 all over 4 and minus 4. Now this question can be solved in two ways. It can be solved in two ways. It can be solved first of all by equating the roots to these individual values and then multiplying them, equating them to 0, or by using a different formula. So look at the two ways of doing it, and then you choose which is best for you. So if we assume that the roots, if we take an unknown to be x for the roots, I can say that x is equal to 3/4, and then x is also equal to -4. So if I take this number to cross the equality sign to go to the other side, I'm going to have x minus 3/4 is equal to 0, and then x plus 4 equal to 0. If I multiply these two things together and then equate it to 0, they must give me the roots of it must give me the equation itself. So I'm going to have x minus 3/4 multiplied by x plus 4 is equal to 0. Let's open the brackets. Let's start with this. X multiplied by x gives me x squared. X multiplied by 4 gives me plus 4x. Minus 3/4 multiplied by x gives me minus 3/4x. Minus 3/4 multiplied by 4 gives me minus 3 equal to 0. Next thing, I have to simplify these two values here. I have 4 minus 3/4. I can do that using fraction. So I'm going to have x squared plus 4x all over 1 minus 3x all over 4 minus 3 equal to 0. Now, considering this part, the LCM here is 4. So I have 4 divided by 1 to give me 4. 4 times 4x gives me 16x. Minus 4 divided by 4 gives me 1. 1 times 3x gives me 3x. Minus 3 equal to 0. So I'm going to have x squared plus 13x all over 4 minus 3 equal to 0. Now, it is advisable not to leave your answers having fraction. So I can simply multiply through by 4 just to eliminate the denominator I have here. So multiplying here by 4, I'm going to have 4x squared plus 13x minus 12 equal to 0. And this is one way of doing this, of solving these equations like this. And the other way of doing it is by applying a formula, and the formula is x squared minus sum of roots multiplied by x plus product of roots equal to 0. Well, now we're given the roots, and the roots are 3/4 and minus 4. So this becomes x squared minus 3/4 plus minus 4x plus product of roots, it becomes 3/4 multiplied by minus 4 equal to 0. So this is going to give us x squared minus 3/4 minus 4x plus minus 3 equal to 0. So I'm going to have x squared minus the LCM here between 4 and 1 is 4. So 4 divided by 4 gives me 1. 1 times 3 gives me 3. Minus 4 divided by 1 is 4. And 4 times 4 is 16x. Plus times minus gives me minus 3 equal to 0. So I'm going to have x squared minus 13/4x minus 3 equal to 0. So if I open this bracket, I'm going to have x squared plus 13/4x minus 3 equal to 0. So take away this denominator, as I don't have a fraction anymore, I will have to multiply through by 4. So multiply here by 4. So I'm going to have 4x squared plus 13x minus 3 minus 12 rather, because 4 times 3 gives me 12 equal to 0. So clearly you can see that the equation I have here, see the equation I have.